Hey everyone, this is Jen with Laughing Lotus Wellness. I am so excited to be hopping in to talk to you about the events that I'm launching in January. So, the first thing that's going to be coming up is the Reset Retreat. This is so powerful. Right now, there's a lot of energy around us for transformation and change. And I'm hearing so many people talk about feeling like they need to step into something. Like, I need to make some big changes in my life, and I'm not quite sure what and how. This is the perfect space to launch that notion and to step really fully into that knowledge and awareness about where you want to go. So it's a full day event. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. It goes till 5 p.m. It's on Sunday, January 2nd. So you'll be through that New Year jazz, all the stuff going on, right? All the events, the holiday season kind of coming to its official close. And then we're going to have this expansive space to really step in and garner that energy of the new year, right? So I love that. I love new beginnings. You all know what the Lotus stands for. I've talked about it abundantly, right? That sense of rebirth and renewal. And I don't like the idea of resolutions because I feel like it implies that something's broken. So I always come up with a name that's something that I feel like is much more embracing the idea of what I feel energetically we want to bring. So we're going to be visionaries. We're going to be creating a vision for our next layer this next season. And so we're going to be doing some of that. We'll always be starting with meditations. And I almost always do 3. So it's going to they're all going to collect together. So I want you to imagine that it's like a puzzle piece, right? So the entire day is very intentional in the way that it's laid out. I send a workbook along with that to get you kind of started. So the sooner you sign up, the sooner I can get you your juicy workbook and let you get started, because there are some things that are nice to do a little bit in advance of that day. We're going to be moving our bodies. You're going to want to come in cash clothes because for sure we're going to have a rock out session. And we're going to be moving our bodies, maybe a little bit of like gentle yoga, things like that. So it's going to be a culmination of all the very favorite things that I love to combine together with my years of clinical wisdom. So that's always how I'm going to arrive. And this is right for you right? So I want you to listen, right? Check these boxes. You feel like you're ready to start a new space. You are fired up for some transformation in your life. You could use some support and direction on what that looks and feels like. You are like-minded in a spiritual sense, that you are powerfully aligned with the sense that there is something bigger than you and that you want to get in the flow of that energy. That you love to be in like-minded places with other women in community. You love and enjoy meditation. You could certainly use some new and novel ways to kind of step into that reset space for your journey so that you can live more fully into your purpose. Okay, right. So I'm pretty sure that like all of us checked the boxes, just saying. So if you did, then this is really for you. I get so super fired up. This is such a fun, beautiful way to begin the new year. It just is. And so I invite you into that with me and reach out to me. Okay. This is the way that we get this ball rolling. Is I don't just have it on my like book now page anymore. I really like to get the sense of who I'm going to be working with. And so you do want to email me, jen@laughinglotuswellness.com, to get that ball rolling so that you and I can connect and talk through what you're going to be getting out of that journey, what your questions are, and get you all ready to roll. So that's how I do all of my signups now. So that's what the second piece we're going to be talking about today. Right, drum roll please. I wish I had like my sound effects right now. Right, so the big thing, the big daddy, if you will, is in January, about mid-January, January 12th on Wednesday, we begin the next group coaching journey. So I have done one of these in the summer. We used a book, Art of Extreme Self-Care. This group coaching event is going to be similar but different. So we're going to be using the book, but truthfully, it's going to be a lot more of my information and spiritual practices and things like that included in. So we're going to be adding in conversation about energy and boundaries and right. So self-care on a grand level, and really incorporating in my favorite healing modalities. And so I think what I really want to do is harness that energy, very small, intimate group, intentionally. So I've got 5 spots intentionally. We're going to dive deep. So I will tell you that we're going to be doing some shadow work. We're going to be talking about some of those things that ride around with us, some of those beliefs. This is very akin to the steps that I teach in my signature course on living into your purpose. So these are going to be really like small pieces, but they're going to have that same energy and vibration of how we move through that. And so we're going to be diving a little bit deep this winter. And so it's, again, right? So you know this is right for you if you keep feeling called to do something and you're not sure what that is. You have this sense of grand transformation that's trying to kind of make its way. It's like the little butterfly in the cocoon, and it's trying to kind of bust its way out, and it just kind of can't quite figure it out yet. You have that sense. You are highly spiritual. You enjoy maybe energy work, yoga, meditation. You have some practice. You've done some deep personal work in your lifetime. Maybe you've done some therapy or some coaching. You've already kind of done some of that foundational personal work that you're showing up like, I don't really need that. What I really need is the icing on the cake. I need the next step for my soul. So it's a very soul-based type of work. You're very open-minded to spiritual practices so that you're ready to kind of step in and dabble in some new ideas and things just to see what fits. And you are ready to be authentic and vulnerable in community. So this is about community. So it is a very powerful journey for all of the women included in it. It is clearly for women only. And I really encourage you to think about this from this perspective of wanting to have success, but success in your own definition. And it's about purposeful living, but it's about purposeful living from your definition, right? It's only yours. And so I would want you to have that, okay, I think that my purpose might look something like this, and I really want to step into that. And this is going to support my doing that by building that foundation of self-care. So you will have that sense of receiving coaching around the tools, right? Walking away with the toolbox, and also feeling elevated enough to feel like there's this beautiful vibration and sense of radiance that you're going to generate, that when you're done with that 12-week journey, you are going to feel like you're on fire. You're going to be ready to tap into that sense, that cocoon, to really come out of that and have this sense of really kind of being reborn and re-energized to go out and achieve what it is you feel like you were meant to do. And so again, I encourage you, there's the retreat, then there's group coaching, both of them in January, and both of them such a truly big deal. I can't emphasize enough that this is really for the woman who feels like they're being pulled. Like you have this sense of like, I have something I'm supposed to be doing. That's your sense. Then this is exactly for you. I too have been having that sense, which gets me very excited, because that means that that energy in that space of our work and time together is going to be like off the charts. I was going to say something else. It's going to be off the charts. I'm just going to say that I really truly feel like the space of the work that we can do together is amazing. We are being set up energetically right now for the new year. There's all sorts of things around us that are happening that are literally setting us on the trajectory. And so it's our invitation, both spiritually and energetically, to go do some really deep and beautiful, profound work. I hope that you choose to come into that space and do that work with me. That's my very favorite. So I wanted to tell you about both events. Both are launching. They will be coming soon, and either one or both. And I do have a combination package I won't discuss here because that's too much time. Just understand that the retreat is a beautiful start and springboard into that community. Again, 5 spots is all I have in that group coaching. Retreat, probably 10 to 12. This one, specialized. Okay, signature work, 5 people, 5 seats. So you want to get in as soon as possible and start that journey by sending me an email. And so I want you to email me again. That's jen@laughinglotuswellness.com, and reach out to me and say, Jen, this is really what I'm interested in learning more about. Let's talk so we can get this rolling, and we're going to get you all squared away. Okay. So that's easy. That part's really easy. It's just sending me that email to get that process going. That's so crucial. I do have some Black Friday options. That's quickly time is ticking. So there is very few like days even left now before we're going to run out of that time frame. So I do encourage you to jump in as soon as possible if you'd like some bonuses for those things. So I just want to share this time with you because I think it's so important, and we are all being called. Like everyone I'm talking to is like, yeah, I have this sense of like something going on, something's percolating. And so we want to just grab onto that and use that to propel ourselves in. About February, they say some really magical things are going to be going down energetically around us. So we want to set that tone, right? We want to set the tone for the year, and we want to set the tone for things that are happening around us energetically, where we can really use the energy to flow into something, that alignment, right? Genius. So it's coming, my friends. And I hope that you decide to take a seat in these events that I'm hosting, that I can help make that space for you. I really want to support you getting to where you want to go. And that's why that conversation that you and I have is so crucial, is my hearing from you about what you're really looking for. And then what I do is I'm mindful about what I put in my events according to the women that are actually signing up. So it becomes a more personalized exchange. It's not just something that feels really rote and like I've, got all my notes and I'm just gonna, it's personalized. And that's really what I'm all about. That's kind of one of my missions, is making sure that you all have a handcrafted styled experience. And so send me an email, my friends. Come on, ladies, let's get this going. You know you were made for more. You know you have a legacy to live into. And if you are fed up of living in that space of feeling like you're kind of on the hamster wheel and you're not kind of getting where you want to go, let's do something about it, right? Do you hear me? Let's do something about that. So let's work together. Let's get that rolling. I want to support you in your path to purpose and transformation into living into that legacy. And I know you have magic to share with the world. Let's get you doing that. So send me an email and let's get started.